Hey, so if you are launching your products on Amazon or launching your company on Amazon and wondering what are the best, latest strategies, tactics, and tools that I can use to rank my product on page one to be profitable as soon as possible. If you're looking to learn that all in one master video, I made this for you. This is a supercut of my top Amazon launch strategy videos, starting with an overview of my 5-step launch and rank framework, followed by a video diving into each of those 5 steps. Enjoy. All right, so let's dive into the 5-step launch framework. I'm going to go over each step and the strategies inside of each step. And by the way, this also works for a relaunch. So if you need to revive a poor performing product. Number one is have amazing creative. You want to invest as much as you can in your digital store. How do I have amazing creative? Number one is professional photography. Your photo shoot is the foundation of the listing. Get studio pics, get real life pics, aka lifestyle pics, and just invest in a professional for your graphic design, for your branding, for your videos. Just use a pro. Second is video content. You need to have video content. This is the framework that I use. Have one main video. This is like your commercial. Have at least 3 customer videos and at least 1 long form video. The long form video can be like a detailed review, an unboxing, a how-to, or like an infomercial type thing. Here's a hack that you can do today that will make you a lot of money. Just get out your phone, hit record, and talk about your product for 5 or 10 minutes. Throw that up in your Amazon listing and it's gonna increase your conversions. You can do it yourself, or if you really don't wanna do it yourself, just get someone else to do that. Next is premium A+ content. This is recently available to all sellers, so get in there and activate it. See my video on premium A+ on my channel. Basically allows you to put video modules in your A+ section. That's a game changer. Get on that. And number 4 in creative, I have use USP based messaging. USP is unique selling position. So Amazon is a comparison platform. So you need to focus on not just the features and benefits, but why you are unique compared to the competition, why you're different, why you're better, why they are bad, 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 why you are good, good, good. So I always make sure my clients have an us versus them comparison chart. Just make it easy for shoppers to see the clear differences between you and the leading sellers. So focus on USP based messaging. Here's another look at the most important things when I'm auditing a listing. And here's the mindset for creative that you should have. For each 1% boost in your conversion rate, that's gonna make you like an extra $10,000 a year, for example, because your listing is potentially gonna get millions and millions of eyeballs. Just converting 1% more per day is gonna make you tons of money, so don't skimp. I like to say cheap is expensive and expensive is cheap when it comes to creative work. Here's an example of a listing that's doing everything right, in my opinion, in terms of the professional video, the UGC videos, the large A+ image blocks. This is a brand that we worked with. They're called Puro Air. You can check them out. Here's a couple examples of us versus them infographics. You wanna make sure you have these on your listings, compare all the unique features that we have versus the other guys. For all the keys to a fully optimized listing, check out my $1 million listing video. By the way, if you find this helpful so far, a like is appreciated. If you really like it, let me know in the comments. Step number 2 is get reviews, specifically get fast reviews. Our goal is get our clients 30 reviews in 30 days. How do we do that? So number 1 is Amazon Vine. We enroll most products in Amazon Vine, typically 10, 20, or 30 reviews. You can do a max of 30 per parent ASIN. A little trick, if you want more than 30 Vine reviews and you have child variations, you can keep the child separate, enroll them separately in Vine till the reviews come in, and then combine them afterwards. Overall, Amazon Vine, normally it's the easiest way to get your initial batch of reviews. But sometimes 30 reviews is not enough. And sometimes you might get some negative reviews from Amazon Vine or just not enough takers on Amazon Vine. That's where product tester sites come in. So there are third-party product tester sites that are similar to Amazon Vine. You're basically giving a free product in exchange for feedback. As always, read the TOS and do this at your own risk, but a site that I have used many times is FBAreviews.com. This is not sponsored by them, by the way, but I do have a 10% coupon that they gave us for my clients and viewers. If you're interested in that, leave a comment below. Next for getting reviews is ask your fans and followers. So if you have an existing email list or existing social following, just let them know. One strategy is just send an email blast to your list and ask people to reply to that email to get the coupon code. And then you have your customer service person follow up with them personally in a few weeks, ask how things are going. If they love it, then ask them personally, nicely to leave a review. I would consider this a bonus and a nice to have, but don't rely on this to get fast reviews. Next is the request a review button. This is a relatively new thing in the past few years. You can turn on automation for this inside like Jungle Scout or Helium 10. It automates the pressing of the request review button inside of Seller Central. This is different than sending out follow-up emails, which Amazon is phasing out. Personally, I use Jungle Scout for this, not sponsored by them. But again, if you need to sign up for one, I recommend Jungle Scout, and I do have a 30% discount code for that. Again, let me know if you want that in the comments. More tips for getting reviews. Get love letter reviews. These are where a customer basically writes multiple paragraphs, basically like a blog post in the review section, just every little thing they love about it, comparing it to similar products that they tried and how it literally changed their life. Try to get these because they can do more selling than anything else on the listing. They can be amazing. How do you get these? That's for a whole nother video, but one strategy you can do is if someone has already left a raving review on your website or on your social media, reach out to them and ask them nicely if they'd be willing to share that feedback on Amazon. Next is video reviews. They're very important. Try to get at least 2 video reviews in the first month. And of course, the more detailed, the better. Similar strategy to the love letter reviews. They do so much selling, and you should definitely ask anyone that does a love letter review, ask them if they would also upload that raving review in a video format. That would be amazing. Ideally, what you should try to get over time are like real customer testimonial stories. So whenever someone leaves a raving review anywhere around the internet, treat those people well and try to get like a heartfelt video testimonial. Next is using a packaging insert. If you don't use one, make sure you use one. The best CTA on your insert card is scan here for your free product. Now, so you can't incentivize reviews, but you can ask nicely. There's a landing page tool that automates this process. It's called getreviews.ai. It's basically a little landing page tool that offers them a free gift, offers them for feedback, and then asks them nicely to post that feedback on Amazon. Now it's optional, but it makes it really easy for them to just tap, copy, and paste that on Amazon. So basically it increases your review rate and it automates the process of giving them a free gift. For the best insert card design, I actually made a template for my clients inside of Canva. If you're interested in that, leave a comment below. Things to avoid for reviews are avoid friends and family, avoid buying reviews from like random scammy review sites or Facebook groups, and avoid just waiting for regular customers for their reviews to come in. My mindset is for every month that you don't have 30 reviews, you're leaving conversion rate on the table. So that's why it's important to get your initial batch of reviews fast. Next is sale price strategy. So when you're launching, you want to start on sale. For example, like 20% off, 30% off. Basically, the more competitive your sale price at launch, the more likely you are to get to page 1 because the more sales you're gonna get. It's just how it works. So during launch, we're focusing on building reviews and ranking, not profit during launch. So start on sale. Next is A/B test. You wanna continually test that pricing to find the sweet spot for your goals. Every brand has a different situation when it comes to budget, cash flow, inventory. So every launch you gotta dial the knobs custom to your situation. And this is what we do for our clients. Next is testing coupons. So just like price, A/B test coupons. If you have subscribe and save activated, you can test a subscribe and save coupon. That's where they get an additional % off their first subscribe and save order. You can test like 10, 15, even 30% off for those coupons. It all depends on how competitive the niche is and how much juice you're gonna need to get to page one. That's the goal here. As an example, we had a client that was launching ACV gummies, extremely competitive product. We put a 40% off subscribe and save coupon and they were able to get to page one. Also, make sure you check the coupon analytics for how many people are actually clipping that coupon. Know the data. And so if you're asking, Riley, when do I raise the price? So basically start raising the price when you have a satisfactory rank. You want to raise the price slowly. For example, $1 every 2 weeks. Monitor that, adjust it, and find the sweet spot. The goal of all of this is you're at a low price, so you're gonna get lots of sales. You're gonna catapult to page one. Let that marinate there on page one for a while, maybe a few months, maybe 6 months. It depends on your situation, how aggressive you wanna go, how much inventory you have, your budget, and then slowly raise the price up once you're getting some traction there on page one. The hope is that the ranking doesn't drop too much and you're gonna creep up to your regular price, your target price, and hopefully the rank still stays there on page one, getting you a good daily sales velocity. You're gonna basically play with that price versus ranking situation and try to find that sweet spot of profitability that works for you. All right, Riley, how long is this launch phase? It depends. It could be 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. Again, it's really up to you and your goals. But basically the goal during this launch, we're trying to build rank and reviews. And a common strategy is to aim to break even. It's common amongst savvy Amazon brands. Hey, for year one, we're gonna aim to break even and invest everything back in the business to get as many reviews as we can and to rank high as we can as fast as possible to claim that page one real estate. And to do that, of course, we're gonna push Amazon ads, we're gonna push external traffic, as we're gonna talk about in a second. After launch and rank phase, you could basically call that profit optimization phase. So maybe year 2 onwards, where you're setting up the PPC to optimize for profit, find that sweet spot of ranking and price, and of course, A/B split testing everything, try to find that level of profitability that works for you. All right, step 4 is Amazon ads. Of course, there's a lot to Amazon ads. We have a whole course on this, but number one of the most common mistakes I see is sellers are just not spending enough. How much should I spend, Riley? Well, this depends on tons of different factors. It's impossible to just say spend this much. Depends on every category, every product, every niche, every situation is its own universe. But in general, what we do is we just set $100 a day initial budget because it's just an easy number. And then we start gathering data for a number of days and adjust from there. It may need to go up. You just got to put a budget in there, start gathering data and adjust based on what makes sense and what your strategy is. Next, for Amazon ads, just use a pro. Just make sure you have a clear strategy and the person doing your ads knows what they're doing and not just kind of winging it, seeing what happens. Next is Amazon video ads. Use them, test them. Tip here is you want to split test at least 3 different videos with 3 different beginnings each. Think about, how do I scroll a shopper with the first 1, 2, 3 seconds and show your unique selling position in the first 5 seconds. Show them what your product is, why you're different than everyone else, and why they should click. Number 4 with Amazon ads is be on top of search. The top of search placement area, that's where you want to be. If your KPIs are good there, they're going to be good anywhere. Yes, this is where the most expensive clicks are, but that's the data that we judge a product on. So during launch, we push to get products on that top of search because obviously that's where the most eyeballs are, but that's really what we're trying to do for launch. We're trying to get the most impressions, first of all, as possible. You're gonna get the most impressions at top of search. That way you're gonna gather a lot of data fast. You're gonna know, does our click-through rate suck? Does our conversion rate suck? So focus on top of search. In terms of PPC setup strategy, I put that here, but this is for a completely different video if you wanna go watch it. Here's a chart of our PPC keyword funnels structure. Again, feel free to steal it, copy it. If you wanna watch the full video that Ryan did, link below. And feel free to check out the other PPC strategy videos on my channel. Step number 5 is driving external traffic. If you need more ranking juice, driving external traffic can be effective. Here are some of the easiest ways, in my opinion, to drive external traffic. Number one, deal sites. So AKA rebate sites, coupon sites, deal sites, list them on there, and they're gonna just drive a bunch of easy traffic to your listing. The site we've used the most is rebate.com. Next is influencers. So give your product to some influencers, have them tell their audience about it, either promoting a unique coupon for them or just telling their audience, hey, this product just launched on Amazon, it's on sale for a limited time, and just dropping their affiliate link. A couple places you can find influencers are TikTokCreatorMarketplace.com and thesocialcat.com. I've used both of those recently. Next is Amazon Live. This can be powerful to drive traffic. So one place to find Amazon Live creators is inside Amazon Creator Connection. That's a new thing inside of Seller Central. It's not available to everyone yet, but you can check. And also zonvids.com. Next is your followers. So if you have an existing email list or social following, simply let everyone know, hey guys, we just launched on Amazon. It's on sale for a limited time. Or give them a unique coupon, follow up with them personally to ask for a review. So that's like the easiest way you can drive traffic, just let your list know. And then there's paid social ads, which is a completely different ballgame. That's for another time. If you wanna see me do a video on driving paid social traffic to Amazon, let me know in the comments. This is what Amazon Live looks like. If you're not familiar, it's basically live Amazon shopping videos. And so, okay, coming down the stretch here, to zoom out a bit, this is the goal of every product. I say you want to get to 1,000 plus reviews and maintain a 4.3 or better rating. If you can hit that, you have hit a home run. You're going to see an upward spiral effect. You're going to get to 2,000 reviews, and then you're going to get to 3,000 reviews faster than you got to 2,000. And at this point, you have what I call solidified page one real estate. And hopefully you're going to be collecting just passive income from that digital property for years to come. So this is the goal of really every product. How long it takes to get there, it depends for every product. It could be a few years, but this is the ultimate goal. This is hitting a grand slam for that product. You've made it if you get here. Here's a couple of mistakes, guys, that we see that you can avoid yourself. One is just hiring a PPC guy and calling your launch good, like everything else is gonna be taken care of that I talked about. Next is launching with PPC only and low reviews and no sale price, or doing all of these pieces, but just doing it slow and missing the honeymoon period. You really wanna do all this stuff fast in the first 30 days. Get that traction as fast as you can. We've gotten many of our clients the #1 new release in category. And just thinking a PPC software, just turning that on, that's gonna give you a good launch. And of course, just doing it all yourself if you don't know what you're doing. Here's an example of a launch timeline for one of our clients. Feel free to screenshot this, copy this, emulate this. And Riley, maybe you're asking, will this work for me? Well, yes, but you of course need a good product, plenty of inventory, good marketing budget, and patience. You're not gonna be ranked #1 after 30 days, even 60 days. Yes, it has happened. You've seen the case studies on our website, 30-day launch, 60-day launch, but most of the time it takes several months, maybe 6 months, maybe even a year before you build up enough ranking juice to be in a solid position on page one. Every niche is different. Every niche is its own universe. But at the end of the day, the best products win. Here's a diagram, just kind of overviewing this. It's a game of traffic and conversion. On the left, we first want to drive traffic. We have Amazon ads, we have organic SEO rank discovery, and we have driving external traffic. So these are the ways that we drive targeted eyeballs. And then it's pushing us to our listing. We want to optimize conversion with having strong creative, with having a lot of reviews and good reviews, and by having a competitive price during the launch. So we want to convert as many of those eyeballs as we possibly can. And then we just have testing and optimization. Week in, week out, month in, month out. You want to test, keep what's best, optimize everything, and then hopefully you're gonna have growth. Equals make more money. Here's another diagram just showing it's a game of traffic and conversion. Here are all the things that we do to get discovered in organic search and optimize that. Here are the things we optimize for Amazon ads, and here are the things that we can do for external traffic. And then in terms of conversion, here are all the things that you want to do to optimize for the best possible conversion. And of course, over here on the right, I have smart product development. Of course, it comes from developing the best, most unique product before launch. Summarizing it, it comes down to more traffic and better conversion rate equals a better page 1 rank and better results. I tell sellers this almost every day. Do not expect any sales at all until you have at least 10 reviews. So the first goal is try to get to your first 10 reviews as soon as possible. Our kind of goal for newly launched products is 30 reviews in 30 days. When we hit that mark, we've always seen it's usually a successful launch. If you're running ads with 0 reviews or 1 review, I would turn that off. Get your first batch of 3, 5, 10 reviews. Normally we wait till the first 2 reviews to start turning on ads because your conversion rate is just going to be horrible without those initial batch of reviews. So 10 is the first milestone, and then try to get to 30 as soon as you can. All right, so that's the overall philosophy of reviews for launch. Let's get into how to get them. So Amazon Vine, you probably know about this. Yes, we use it for new products. We normally enroll 5 units, 10 units. If it's a product that's really hard to leave a negative review, we'll go for 20 or even the full 30. Things to consider with Amazon Vine. These reviewers have a reputation for being a bit picky, so don't be surprised if you get some negative reviews, 2-star, 3-star. So because of that, I tell sellers every day, don't only do Vine reviews, because if you get a couple negative ones, that's gonna hurt your launch very bad. So make sure you're doing the other methods as well that I'm gonna talk about in a sec. To enroll, of course, you must be FBA and have product in stock. Product must be new, so under 30 reviews. Must be brand registered, of course. And keep in mind, you can only enroll 1 product once. So if you sign up for 5, it's done. You can't sign up for 5 more later. All right, let's roll into product tester sites. So these are, in my opinion, the fastest way to get your initial reviews, and that's the reason that I recommend it. Vine is pretty fast. Usually they come within a week, 2 or 3, but product tester sites are basically another version of Vine, just through a third-party company website. It's where reviewers or product testers get free product in exchange for feedback. So the one that I have used is called FBAreviews.com. They basically, just like Vine, have a network of product testers, and you sign up on their website. They broadcast your product out to their network. It's first come, first serve on their basis, and they provide feedback. Big question everyone asks, is it compliant with TOS? Their website says they're compliant with TOS because reviews are technically not required. They are just suggested. As always, with everything I'm talking about, read the TOS. It's up to your own discretion. Amazon updates their TOS all the time, so make sure you read the latest rules on everything we're talking about. All I tell sellers is I've used it many times, and it's the fastest and most reliable way I've seen to get your initial batch of reviews fast, because that's what it's all about. It's all about getting those reviews fast. For every day that your product goes with 0 reviews, with 1 reviews, you're missing out on money. And for every day that it goes without hitting that 10 benchmark, you're leaving money on the table. So quickly, how it works, you just sign up and you buy tester credits, add your products, and then you click send to testing and basically order however many product tests that you want. So as mentioned, the testers are not required to leave a review, but the vast majority of them do. And it can take 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks for those reviews to come. It depends on the product. Like, they're genuinely testing it and genuinely leaving good feedback. Depends on the product. But expect 1 to 4 weeks for these reviews to roll in. And then, yeah, these product testers do a search, find, buy. So it can help a little bit with ranking and launch. But ranking and launch in terms of ranking boost strategy, that's not what this is for. That's in the next videos. But of course, before you want to drive traffic or do ads, you need to get your first batch of reviews. So this is what I've used to get my first initial batch of reviews. If you know other sites out there that you used that are reliable, feel free to let me know in the comments. The fee on this website is about 20 bucks per product test. You can sign up for a subscription or you can do just a la carte. So normally for new products, I'll do 5 or 10, sometimes 20 on Vine, and I will do 15, 20, maybe 30 on FBA reviews. The goal here is to get to that 30 reviews in 30 days. That's really going to push your ranking, and Amazon's going to get you a lot of eyeballs. Oh yeah, and so this is not sponsored or anything, just sharing this because I use it, but we do have a 10% coupon they've given us for our clients and viewers, so comment below if you're interested in that. Alright, the next thing, request a review button. This is the new thing in Seller Central. You go to the orders section. Next to each order, you click request a review, and it sends out Amazon's default message to that customer requesting a review. So you have to go into each order individually and click that, or you can automate this with Jungle Scout. As of this time, Jungle Scout is the only software that I've seen that can automate this. You simply sign up, go to marketing, review automation, and turn that on, and it automatically goes through every day and clicks that button. So I tell all clients, do this on day one. Go up and sign for Jungle Scout right now. It's 59 bucks a month, and we also do have a 30% off discount code. You can check below for that. If it's not there, leave a comment. So this is for keeping reviews coming in at the highest rate possible. This is the best thing you can do. This is not for getting quick reviews. Vine and product tester sites are for quick reviews. This is to keep them coming in at the highest rate possible. All right, so packaging inserts is the next thing you can do to keep them coming in at the highest rate possible. In a nutshell, you want to have some sort of packaging insert. I sell the sticky wallet, so our insert card is actually inside of the sticky wallet, but I tell all sellers you can make a credit card sized little insert card that has some sort of call to action on it. The most popular ones are scan here to register your warranty, or the highest converting one is scan here for your free product. Especially for supplements, you'll see scan here for your next bottle free, scan here for this free, giving away some sort of free product. Or even if you want to test different things, you can say scan here for your free gift. So they scan that, they come to some sort of landing page, put in their email address, and then now they're on your email list. You can also then schedule a review request email. So that's how that works. If that sounds complicated to set up, there is an app for this that automates all of this. Discovered this recently. It's called getreviews.ai. Here is their website, and it is basically a landing page for those QR codes that you stick on your product insert. So this is how it works. This is the demo. So customer opens the box, they see that there's a gift, they scan it, they come to this landing page, which will be embedded on your website, okay? Or just a generic page. They select which product they purchased. They select which marketplace they purchased from. That's the cool part about this, is you can use this one generic QR code / insert code for all of your products and all of your marketplace. Boom, they paste in their Amazon order number, click next. How was your experience? They click their rating. They add a little review. It says minimum 50 characters. Okay, let's just type in a fake review. Okay, next. It says, we're glad you're enjoying it. Please consider leaving your honest, unbiased review on Amazon. Step 1, copy text below. Step 2, paste on Amazon. So I just clicked to copy the review. Now it's telling me to go to Amazon. Boom, it takes me right to the review page. And then I can click paste and it automatically pastes it in. So you can see what they're doing here. They're making it as easy as possible for a customer to leave an optional review, and for any product that they purchased from your brand. So that's what's real cool about this. Another cool thing is you can have an option for different gifts. You can offer a gift card, a coupon code, or a free product, or any sort of gift. So you can just say on your card, scan for your free gift, and then you can see which gift people choose more. And then maybe you can just offer that on the CTA. Boom. I would like my free gift. I would like this product for free. Enter your information, enter your address. Boom. This obviously connects to your email software. So now they're a part of your list. You can send them marketing and follow-up emails. And then it gives you a confirmation. It says, thanks for leaving feedback. Your gift will be shipped to you in 1 to 2 weeks. Or if they chose coupon code or Amazon gift card, that is just emailed to them. So getreviews.ai looks like it is $19 for 0 to 20 reviews, $89 for 21 to 100 reviews. And again, this is not sponsored, but we do have a discount code if you comment below. And as a free alternative, you could just set up a simple email capture on your website if you wanted, just to capture their email address and deliver manually whatever it is that the incentive was. Another option, it's not free, you have to sign up for ManyChat, but I've been using this because I didn't know about getreviews.ai before. You can set up a ManyChat flow where they put in their email address, sends them a bunch of messages. I have it where it sends them an instructional video. It says, thanks, your warranty is confirmed. It gives them a coupon code as a surprise gift. And then it actually asks, how is everything going so far? If they reply positively, then it will send an automated message that says, thank you, glad you're loving it. Here's a link to leave a review if you would kindly leave us a review. So I built a whole custom flow myself. It's pretty complicated. It's got like follow-ups days later and everything. If you're interested in that flow, yeah, comment below or let me know. So of course you'll need an email software for this. Klaviyo is best for e-commerce and ActiveCampaign is best for marketing. So in this case, if you don't have one yet, probably recommend Klaviyo. All right, friends and family reviews. I get asked all the time. In general, no friends and family. Make sure that there's no metadata at all connecting your two Amazon accounts, like sharing the same address, shipped a gift to someone, sharing the same credit card. Of course, can't have the same last name. As long as they're at a good arm's length distance, you've never worked for the same company, lived on the same street, any of that stuff, as long as you're not connected digitally somehow, it should be fine. But as always, I tell sellers this all the time, don't rely on real people to leave fast reviews. People are busy, they forget, you forget, you have to keep pestering them. Hey, did you get it? Hey, can you leave a review? Can you do it today? Trust me, I've done this in years past. I'm done with asking Facebook friends, associates for reviews. That's why I like sites like FBA reviews. It's the same thing. They just do all the work for you and they're reliable. They actually follow up and leave the feedback. The thing that I would still do though is if you have existing customers, let's say you've already launched on your website or you're selling on other channels or social media and someone has already left a review on your website or they've tagged you on Instagram, like, hey, I love this product, or they've replied to your customer service positively, have your customer service team reach out to those people in all those places, email, social media. Hey, thanks so much for being a fan. Just want to let you know we just launched on Amazon. Thank you so much for sharing your positive feedback before. If you could, would you be willing to leave a review also on Amazon? It would really help us a lot. We'd be willing to give you X, Y, Z. Now, of course, be careful. It's not a complete incentivized review. Ideally, you ask them to post a video review, because those are also crucial. Try to get 2 or 3 video reviews, which is rolling into my next point. Pro tip. One of the easiest ways is existing raving fans to leave what I call love letter reviews. These are super long reviews where they basically write a full page about their before and after. Other products were bad, bad, bad. Then I found this product. I've been using it for this long. It's the best thing ever. It basically changed my life. I love this about it. I love that about it. I love that about it. It gave me this benefit. It gave me this benefit. It gave me this benefit. So you get the picture here. And if that is an existing fan, ideally they are addressing all common frequently asked questions. They're addressing other common negative reviews and common issues. They're addressing top competitors. So in my mind, that's the ideal love letter review. Other shoppers will click helpful because they legit provided a lot of helpful information about their experience. Then that review will stay locked at the top. Shoppers will come down, they'll read it, and sometimes that is the best marketing material you can ever get. If someone reads this love letter, they're sold. This has personally happened to me. I was looking for an electric shaver thing. I read one of these huge paragraphs. I was like, that was so insightful. Like, I'm sold. In addition, if they can film this detailed love letter, that's a bonus. Try to get some video reviews as soon as possible as well. So this is what I tell sellers. The mission is get to 1,000 reviews as soon as possible. That is the grand slam on Amazon. If you can get to 1,000 reviews with 4.3 star rating, meaning that 5th star is halfway filled, so it looks like 4.5 basically, then you will see an upward spiral effect. Your conversion rate will go up, so you'll get more sales every day. Then you'll get more reviews. Then you'll get more sales and you get more reviews. And that's how these products get to 10,000 reviews, 20,000, 40,000, 50,000, 100,000. That's what I call locked in Amazon real estate. You're going to be, boom, right up there on top of page 1. And your product is potentially going to be collecting passive income for years to come. So there's an example here on the screen. My product, the Sticky Wallet, crossed 4,000 reviews. After it got to 1,000, like, it takes some time. It's going to take a year, 2 years, but you'll get to 2,000 faster than you got to 1,000. And another note before we go about reviews, it's just as much about the reviews as the rating when you have a new product. If you don't have 4.3 stars, get some more reviews to get your rating back up to 4.3 as soon as possible. Moving from what looks like 4 stars to that 4.5, getting back up to 4.3, in my opinion, is the best ROI you can make, because when you add 4.3, the conversion rate is just that much better, especially if all your competitors are at 4.3 plus. So I tell sellers this every day. First thing I see, you're not at 4.3, so do some review campaigns. Do everything I talked about in this video. If you can do Vine, then do that. If you can do some product tester sites, if you can do some past customers, if you can do product inserts to get more reviews. So going from less than 4.3 to 4.3, so that 5th star is halfway filled in, it's just a psychological thing in customers' minds. It just looks so much better, that much more likely to convert. Even if your conversion rate goes up by 1%, that's potentially tons and tons and tons of extra profits. So get your top products back to 4.3 if possible. Of course, with many products, it's just not possible. There's just, you would need to buy so many reviews. Of course, with some products that have lots of reviews already, it's virtually impossible to bump that rating back up. But if you have relatively low reviews, invest in getting that rating back up. First off, with the title, the most important thing with the Amazon title is have your most important keywords here, obviously. Second most important thing is it's easy to read and it describes what the product is. That's the point of the title. What is the product? Obviously, have your most important keywords here. This is tier 1, the most important place that your product indexes for keywords. What to avoid? Don't repeat keywords or keyword stuff. Here's a bad example. Nurture Nutri Organic Sea Moss Complex, 120 Irish Sea Moss Capsules, Sea Moss Organic, Irish Sea Moss Organic, Raw Sea Moss, Raw Organic, Sea Moss in Bladderwhack Capsules, Sea Moss Pills. You can tell they're just keyword stuffing it. You don't need to do that. Here's a better example. Dude Wipes, flushable wipes, 6-pack, 288 wipes. Unscented and mint shield combo. Wet wipes with vitamin E and aloe for at-home use. Septic and sewer safe. It just lists all the main features that lets a shopper know what are the key points. Easy. And you can see that wipes is repeated 3 times. That's okay because they need to use the word wipes to explain what it is. All right, when talking about our gallery images, the main thing I tell my friends and clients is use large words on your gallery images, not too much text. I see a lot of images, there's just words all over the place. They're tiny. That's too confusing. The gallery images are the first thing that most shoppers look at when they're checking out your product. So picture yourself as the shopper. Each image should have one clear point and not too crowded. So you're taking them down each image to the next, a journey of your USPs. Each image should be about one thing. Of course, use all 6 of the available images. In some categories, you can use up to 9. Use them all. The main image. Make sure that you are clearly showing what the product is and everything included in the product. Make yours different than the competition. And as soon as you can, run an A/B experiment inside of brand experiments to make sure which one gets the best click-through rate. This is a big thing of low-hanging fruit most brands are not doing. All right, for infographics for your gallery images, there are many different flavors of infographics you can use. The ones that I like to add that most brands are not doing are the us versus them comparison chart. This is important on Amazon because Amazon is a comparison platform. Shoppers are going to be checking out you. They're going to be checking out the other guys. So make a chart that's us versus them. It could be versus top 3 competitors that's showing these guys have these bad features, these things missing, these things missing. Us, boom, boom, boom. We're checking all the boxes. Stop right here. Get us now. That's what most brands are not doing, us versus them, and that's a common theme you're going to hear from me. Here are some good examples. You have the UGC collage, you have media features, you have people using your product in real life. Use Photoshop if needed. If you can't do a real life photo shoot for now, use Photoshop, such as this example. Not a bad example of Photoshop. They took the picture in a studio and they Photoshopped it into a kitchen. Same with this one. Here's some examples of us versus them. This is one that we made for a client, us versus them. Feature call out. Another one, features of us versus them. And again, the theme is continuing. 2 times thicker than the others. Calling out the key unique features. These socks have extra cushion ankle padding. And just some more examples of good images that our team did for clients that have large text, large headlines that gets one clear point across, very easy to read. A few more tips. I like to use 2000 pixels on the shortest side so it's zoomable. 1000 pixels is the minimum that you can have it zoomable. Address common FAQ and negative reviews. And for your photography, make sure you do professional photography. Using your product in real life photo shoot. Make sure you're showing close-ups of the product, the high quality material, and smiling faces are always good. All right, for the bullet points on Amazon, what's the deal here, Riley? Basically, the bullet points are to let the shopper know what are the key bullet points of the product. Now, most sellers, you'll see they pack them with big paragraphs and capital points at the very beginning. I'm not a big fan of this. I'm more a fan of short and sweet one-liners, such as these guys. A spicy, fast-paced card game includes 52 cards. This is how you play it. This is how long it lasts. These are the ages that it's for. Boom, 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 boom. Traditional short bullet points. I'm a fan of that. Now, it is personal preference, but I think, and ask yourself this, when you're shopping on Amazon, have you ever read all 5 of those big paragraphs? I think most people don't, which is why I'm a fan of short and sweet. If you want to use 1 to 2 sentences, I think that's fine, like this example here. In terms of keywords for bullet points, keywords are not important here. They are third tier in terms of indexing. The first tier are title and backend keywords. So I tell my friends and clients, don't worry about keywords at all in the bullet points. Just make them clear to understand what the product is. All right, we're talking about A+ content. The A+ content is the place. This is your time to solidify the deal, let them know all the details about your product, and sell the customer and bring them home, get them to order now. Big things for A+ content. Use large image blocks. These are the largest images that you can use on Amazon. On each block, similar to the gallery image, you're going to want to have one short, large headline that gets across one main point. Don't crowd it with tons of text because shoppers are not going to read it. Similar philosophy with all the different types of infographics you can use. Lifestyle photos, UGC compilations, us versus them comparison chart. I would definitely do that here. Go into further detail about the product. Show your best reviews, media features, show what's in the box, tech specs / measurements, address common FAQ or negative reviews, show a before, after, and then also you can add a comparison chart module here where you can show your whole product lineup, or you can even show different competitors and the features you have they don't have. Here is a great example from Dude Wipes. Big bold headline, the future is now. Made with plant-based fibers, 30% larger, aloe and vitamin E are included. Okay, I got it. I got the main features. I'm not going to read this little text. I'm not going to read these small little circles. I just want to know, what are the main things? The main things that shoppers are looking at are the price, how many are included, what are the key features. Okay, I'm scrolling it quick. I got it. This is actually premium A+ content because it has a video here. If you are eligible for premium A+ content, get that going ASAP. It allows you to put a video on your A+ content. See my separate video on premium A+ content tips and tricks. So for videos on your Amazon listing, number one thing is make sure you have them. If you don't have videos on your listing, you are not even playing the game. Do that last year. Different types of videos. All right, a professional video shoot, show it in use. Hire a professional agency that does product videos and make it look like $1 million.
Do you know
I'm going to show you the example from Puro here. They are doing it perfectly. Now this type of video is what's called a sizzle video. You can get those done for a few grand, hire a professional video agency. Next type of video that you're gonna want is customer videos. If you don't have these, get them in the hands of customers ASAP. A quick website that you can use to get customer content videos is called billow.app. From unboxings to demos to testimonials, all that type of stuff. So get customer videos, and then what you can do is edit the best bits of your customer video content into a compilation such as this.
Do you know how dirty indoor air is?
I have been so tired of sneezing and coughing.
It is disgusting.
That is the reason why I'm trying Pure Air.
If you have allergies, then this is for you.
I've been looking for a better solution and I freaking found one.
Puro Air's air purifier.
Puro Air Purifier.
It has the highest powered filter I could find.
It has a HEPA 14 filter that kills 99.99% of airborne germs.
You need to get one of these.
I love my Puro Air filter. You guys definitely need to check it out.
This changed my life.
Literally changed my life.
Pure Air is the best filter out there.
I cannot recommend it enough.
All right, so they sent it to a good 5 product content makers. That's the stuff that's selling these days. So invest in this type of video. The other type of video, long form video. So most brands are not doing this. I don't care if it's you, the owner. Set your phone up and unbox the product, show how to set it up, show how it's used, highlight all the features, and just as if you were just gifted it to a friend, you're just opening it for them, you're telling them all about the product, you're explaining it, basically do an infomercial. It can be yourself. That's the lowest hanging fruit that you can do right now, guaranteed to increase conversions and sales. Boom, make a how-to tips and tricks video. You can do that right now, or of course, get it in the hands of an influencer and tell them, you know, unbox it, show this. It's an infomercial. So do that, long form video. Those are the 3 types of videos that you should have right now. All right, for the listing, we're talking SEO. Next biggest thing you wanna make sure you're doing, a lot of brands forget this, is the back-end search terms. So go to the back end, click on keywords. You can paste about 250 characters or so. This is tier 2, right next after the title in terms of keywords that index. So all your related keywords, just put them in there. Pro tip, put a couple Spanish keywords there. And another pro tip, after 30 days, the keywords that are already in your title, which should be your top keywords, you can actually remove those from the back-end search terms because they're already indexed for sure. You're good on those. And you can replace them with some more long tail keywords, more keywords down the line of relevancy. All right, so that's my 2 cents if I were to give you the overall breakdown of my philosophy of having a great listing before launch. Of course, the other main point of a listing is reviews and price. That's the main thing that people look at when they're looking at a product. They're looking at the main image, they're looking at the gallery images, they're looking at the price, and they're looking at the reviews, and they're watching the videos. All right, in separate videos, we're gonna talk about getting your first reviews for launch, how to keep reviews coming in, how to keep your rating up, and starting a launch price and testing different prices, because that's a huge thing. So price is obviously one of the biggest factors that shoppers consider on Amazon. You should always be testing prices to see what works best. Of course, the more competitive the price, the more you will sell. When setting your launch price, aim to match or beat current top competitors. If you can set your price below the top 5 sellers, this will get you tons of sales. Your goal for launch phase should be building up reviews and rank. As time goes on, test different prices and find that sweet spot. That's a big thing that we track every day for clients, finding that sweet spot for profitability. So setting a competitive launch price is part of our 5-step launch system. You should be able to see the link below to the playlist with my other tutorials about optimizing your listing, reviews, PPC, and driving outside traffic. So check that out after this. All right, so the launch price process. This is an important tip. So go into Seller Central, click Edit Product, and set the offer start date to a date that's far in the future when you will be ready to actually be in stock and be available. This is the date that makes your product officially available, and it starts the timer, if you will, for the Amazon honeymoon period, which is basically the first few months that you're available. It makes it easier to rank. Thus, the whole idea of launch, focusing on trying to rank right now in the first few months because it's easier to rank. So of course, before we set our products as live, we have our whole 5-step system dialed in, including make sure you have your initial batch of product testers lined up. So day one that you set it live, they can go order it. So you're gonna get your reviews as soon as possible. That's priority number one. You can watch that video after this. All right, so choosing your sale price. What I tell clients is go with the lowest price you're comfortable with. Basically, what we're doing is we're looking at the top competitors and we're trying to compete with them. Obviously, the lower the price, the faster you'll rank and the more you'll sell. So every brand has their own situation, right? Their own cash flow, inventory situation. So that's why every product, every situation is unique, but this is the general philosophy here. So look at page one, see what the top guys are doing. Make sure you take note of item count. For example, this is a case study of a product we launched for a client. Some of these are 30 packs, some are 12 packs, some are 24. So make sure you take that into consideration when pricing competitively. But over here on page one, all right, here's the top main keyword for this product, right? Washing machine cleaner tablets. I'm coming over here. I'm looking at page one. I'm looking at the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or so sellers. They're at $10, $15, $11, $29, $9.99, and $15.97. All right, which one is most comparable to our product? So our product is a 24 pack. So this guy is the best selling 24 pack right here at $16. This guy is 30 tablets at $9. This guy's 25 tablets at $16. This guy's 30 tablets for $9.99, 790 reviews. Let's come in, let's match that $9.99, and that's gonna rank us up pretty quickly because on Amazon, there are lots of price shoppers, bargain shoppers. So shoppers need a reason to choose us over the competition when you have low reviews. As you can see here, we're ranked midway through page one for the top main keyword, but we'll get into that case study in a sec. You can also look at the subcategory bestseller page. It looks like this and it just ranks them from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way down. There we are at 19. It's only about a month into launch. It's only a few weeks into launch, but you can also see what prices are by looking at this. And so this is just to show that Amazon puts these on your listing. They're straight comparing you to similar products that it deems are very comparable. It's showing the price, it's showing the size. So shoppers are gonna be looking at this. They're gonna be comparing side by side, you versus the other guys. So especially in the early days when you have low reviews, you need to have some sort of reason for them to choose you. Thus, price is what you got. We're getting the picture here. All right, good. All right, back to Seller Central. So next thing you're gonna wanna do is, so you've chosen your sale price. You wanna list the regular price. Right now, Amazon is calling it your price. So just list this as your regular price, some long-term price that you wanna hit for the long term. Below that, you will see list price. This used to be called MSRP, but they're calling it list price. So you can put some MSRP if there is one, or just a price that's even higher than the regular price. All right, so you've set your sale price. And from then, it's basically test, 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 and keep what's best. That's the motto in all digital marketing, especially Amazon. So check every week, every 2 weeks, check your organic ranking for your top 3 to 5 keywords that you're tracking. Check the sales velocity. And if it makes sense to change the price, then change the price. If you need to further boost up, you can lower the price. If you're selling way too much and you're gonna run out of stock, then raise the price. Normally it's best to change the price by small increments, like $1 each time. And don't change it too often, once a week, once every 2 weeks. If you change the price too drastically, it could plummet your ranking. This is an example of an A/B split testing spreadsheet that we use. It is inside the master sheet that we use for all clients. All right, so our goal here with launch again is to rank as high as possible on page one as fast as possible. The lower the price, the higher the conversion rate, thus the more sales you're gonna get, thus the higher your rank is gonna be, thus you're gonna get even more sales. And more sales every day means you're gonna build your reviews faster, means you're gonna get to that price faster where you can start testing higher prices because your reviews are comparable. So the goal of launch here again is build up your reviews and your ranking. How long will this be? 3 to 6 months, sometimes up to 12 months. It depends on many things, the traffic, how big the keywords are, how competitive it is. When can I start thinking about optimizing for profitability? This is what I tell sellers all the time. Think of Amazon as a virtual mall, like on Miami Beach. Tons of traffic coming by every day. Of course, the shops and the stores that are right there in prime location, that's going to be worth millions of dollars of real estate. So everyone wants to be there. So in order to get there, you need to essentially buy your way to the top. So it takes investment to get to that prime top of page one real estate, because that's where the big money is made, that organic top 5, top 10 positions. Of course, every seller knows that, so they're doing the same thing. Everyone wants to be there. So it's not easy to do. You got to invest, you got to strategize and play the game. The faster you build up your reviews and your rank, the faster you can start to get to a place where you can start testing higher prices more towards your target price. The most savvy Amazon vet sellers in year one aim for break even. Invest everything back in your reviews, back in your ranking, and of course, more content, more videos if you need. Basically everything to make your listing have the highest conversion rate possible, and reviews are a huge thing for conversion rate, as well as having a competitive price for year one. You get what I'm saying? Invest in that solid real estate. Then, after year one or so, start optimizing that price for the best profitability situation for your business. If you try to set your price that makes you the most profit at first, you're just not going to get any traction. And of course, the more competitive the niche, the longer it will take to rank up, the more competitors there are, of course. And of course, the more unique your product is, also the easier it will be to rank up, because shoppers will have other reasons to choose you other than price, which is of course the goal with any product we bring to the market. It's unique and better than the actual products. But if it's very same, you really gotta compete on price at the beginning, because you got to think in a shopper's mind, why are they going to choose you if it's basically the same features and benefits? And private label sellers ask me, well, I have a stronger brand, I have better videos. That's good, but the majority of shoppers are very price conscious. See my listing optimization video for how to make your listing the best it can possibly be. And this is just to demonstrate that there is huge potential money on the top of page one, like those top 5 spots. For example, in our target keyword, it's the main keyword in the niche, washing machine cleaner tablets. The top guys are doing 1.7 million a month and 2.7 million a month. Also a guy doing 300,000 a month and 100,000 a month. So as you can see, it's potentially worth it. And then even halfway down page one, we're looking at 22,000, 20,000, 30,000, 24,000, 35,000. So these sellers know for launch, it's worth it to invest 30, 50, 60,000 to get to that page one real estate, because after you're there, you're going to be potentially doing 30,000 a month in revenue. And if you make it to competing up to those big guys, those top 2, why are they the top? Because they're most competitive price and they were the first to get to that 1,000 reviews threshold. Potentially insane, huge volume, 1 million a month. So this is showing how the ranking algorithm works. As you can see, it's basically based on conversion rate and sales, which go hand in hand, right? I explained further how the ranking algorithm works in my 5-step launch system overview video. Here's again what savvy sellers are thinking about. The first 6 to 12 months, we're investing in our store, our real estate, our reviews, our conversion rate, and then year 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe even more, then we can optimize for profitability and enjoy the passive income that comes from having that locked in page one real estate. That's the great thing about Amazon and the great thing about e-commerce. That's why we're in this, right? Once you have that solid rank, it just stays there. You get to 1,000 reviews, it's just going to get more reviews, more sales, more reviews, more sales. That's the holy grail. And there could be potentially huge upside when you get there. After you have lots of reviews, conversion rate is good, then you will be A/B split testing different prices for profitability. Find that sweet spot between profit, cash flow, daily sales. This is the thing I talk about every day with brands. They're trying to find that situation. And so it's a big thing that we track, test, and monitor for brands. All right, let's show a quick case study Boom, right here inside of Jungle Scout, you can see the organic rankings we listed. And during the first week, you're going to be down here, not even on page 1. Boom, just on the second week, boom, we're top 10, top 8, top 5. So these are like the top 6 biggest volume keywords. We can go over here to Jungle Scout to see it. This keyword is huge volume. It's washing machine cleaner tablets, 19,000. Boom. So we track rank inside of Jungle Scout. If you're not doing this, definitely get Jungle Scout. I recommend it. We do have a discount code. You can let me know if you want that in the comments. And back to page 1 here, looking for our product. Here it is. We're on page 1. We've got our initial reviews. Here's our bestseller ranking. Doing good. Okay. Got some customer videos. So yeah, the launch process has begun. As you see, this is a very competitive product, and by having it at a competitive price, basically the main reason that we're able to be here up in the mix midway through page 1 on a 20,000 a month search volume with only 8 reviews. So it's still the first month and they're selling 30 a day. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to monitor the ranking, and then we're going to slowly start to test different prices, see what that does to the ranking. Does it shoot it up? Does it drop it down? And of course, we're working very close with the client to find a sales velocity that makes sense. If they don't have a lot of inventory, we can't have it at a competitive price, which is why having a lot of inventory is crucial, of course, one of our main sticking points / requirements. And of course, you got to have a good marketing budget. So we're taking into consideration their lead time on getting more inventory, their current inventory, their cash flow situation, if they're in it for the long term. So this client was like, boom, yep, I know the FBA business model, in it for the long term. I want this product to be, profitable for the long term, cash flow for us. I want this product to be solid, passive, digital real estate. So boom, all right, you ready to go aggressive? Let's do an aggressive sale price, and we go from there. Driving outside traffic. So driving outside traffic is one of the most powerful ways that Amazon sellers boost ranking and sales for a launch. And it's step 5 in our 5-step launch and ranking system. I'm going to go over some ways that we do that, including deal sites, micro influencers, sharing it with your email list and your social following, doing a sweepstakes or a contest, Facebook and Instagram / social media ads, and some bonus tips, tricks at the end. Also, if you want to check out my written guide with all of this stuff, links and more details, that will be linked below. So real quick, why do we want to drive outside traffic? Well, of course, it's to boost our rank, which boosts our sales. Amazon is all about high organic ranking for your target keywords. And in the 5-step launch system overview, I went over how the ranking algorithm works. Basically, in order to boost rank, what you got to do is increase your sales velocity and increase your conversion rate. That's what the ranking algorithm is mostly based off. So to increase your sales velocity, aka traffic, we have Amazon ads, we have promotions like inside Amazon promotions, deals, coupons, lowering the price, and then we have outside traffic. So driving outside traffic actually boosts, of course, your number of sales, and it also boosts your conversion rate. So it's like a double whammy there in terms of what the algorithm sees you as a bestseller. So by driving outside traffic, mostly that's going to be hot outside traffic. So it's going to convert really highly once they land there, and your daily average sales is going to be high. So in terms of Amazon, product is very hot. Let's bump it up in the rankings. Hopefully top of page 1. Hopefully you stay there. Boom, you got a home run product. All right, let's just get into it. So the first way that savvy Amazon sellers do this, and one of the easiest, simplest ways, is deal sites, also known as rebate sites, coupon sites. And what you do is you basically just list your product on these sites, and savvy shoppers will be shopping there. They'll be able to click and get some sort of cashback rebate or get some sort of coupon to go buy on Amazon. And so these have been around for years. Shoppers list their products there for obvious reasons during launch to drive a bunch of hot traffic, because it's going to spike their ranking and they know it's worth the investment of all these giveaways or rebates. There are many deal sites rebates out there: Rebate, Rebate Key, Jump Send, Vipon, Snagshout, bunch of them. And of course, before I get into it, disclaimer, of course, with everything in this video. Amazon changes its TOS all the time. Are coupon sites, deal sites, are they within TOS? You gotta read it up for yourself. All I know is savvy sellers have been doing it for years and years. I do it. Have I seen any major issues? No. Are your competitors probably there? Yes. Of course, when selling on Amazon, there's always some amount of risk. Everyone has their own level of risk that they're willing to take. All I know is, do tons and tons and tons of sellers do this sort of thing every day? Yes. And so on that note, I actually just got a question today. What about search, find, buy? Does Amazon still allow it? People are saying Amazon is catching more on to this in recent years. I've been hearing this pretty much every year. Do sellers still do it? Yes. Overall, Amazon does not like rank manipulating tactics. Now, it depends how you look at these different sites. Are you viewing it as a rank manipulation, or are you viewing it as just you're launching a new product and trying to get it out there to as many people as possible? It's this gray area. Call it gray hat if you want. It's up to interpretation. But again, at the end of the day, it's Amazon's universe. They could update their algorithms any day. So I know tons and tons of sellers, and I've done this many, many, many times. I've seen a warning email maybe 2 or 3 times, and this is what it says. It says, our algorithm has suspected ranking manipulation. Your product will be search suppressed for X number of days. Forget how many days. But I have seen that email a couple times. So just in full transparency, that can happen. The product may get search suppressed. In terms of what I've seen, it's very rare. Again, I've only seen it a couple times in many years of Amazon selling. If you've seen it, or if you have heard or seen anything different, please do share the tips and tricks with everyone in the comments. All right, so one such site that we use is Rebate. So here it is. Unleash the synergy of deals, influencers, and sweepstakes, empowering startups and SMBs to beat the largest global brands on Amazon and other platforms. YouTube, Amazon Live, TikTok. Rebate supports broad array of promotion types. Generate traffic and sales by advertising your product and deals on Rebate. So we've all seen different types of launch sites. You could consider this a launch site. It advertises or promotes your deal, rebate, coupon to a bunch of people who go buy it on Amazon for some sort of giveaway / rebate / coupon / discount / free. Also, full disclaimer, I happen to have the owner of this on my podcast a number of years ago. At the same exact time they were building their website, they say, hey, can we actually use you on our website as a case study of one of our users? I said, fine. But total disclaimer, I'm not sponsored by them. I was not paid to make this video. I don't have a contract with them. They just happened to ask if they could use a super handsome guy on their website. They do have an affiliate referral link, and we do have a link below that you can use if you like. Yes, we do get a referral commission, as many softwares do. So it's really easy to use. You just sign up right here, and it's got a dashboard that looks something like this. You create a rebate promotion, and you follow the steps and start your rebate promotion. So typically we will start a launch at about 5 units a day for 15 days or 10 units a day for 15 days at about 80 to 100% off. After 15 days, look at your ranking and make an adjustment on the rebate campaign that makes sense. E.g., keep it going or stop it if your ranking is satisfactory. If we're not even close to where we need to be ranked, all right, I'll take 5 a day up to 10 a day for another 15 days, and let's see where that levels us out. The whole point of this is to boost your organic rank, because the Amazon organic searches is where the big money comes from long term, year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and into the future. That's the holy grail that we're trying to do with this whole 5-step rank system, is solidify that top of page 1 real estate. Here is what Rebate's website looks like. As you can see, all sorts of products are listed here every day by Amazon sellers that are launching and trying to build rank. There are especially a lot of supplements on here. We've worked with many supplement brands and very competitive to rank. You gotta whip out all the firepower you can. So how it works is the shopper clicks redeem offer they go and purchase on Amazon, usually via a search, find, buy, and then they receive the rebate 30 days later. Regarding the search, find, buy, you can type in your top 3 target keywords that the shopper will search to find and buy your product. Also, cool little feature on Rebate is they have a SMS text message follow-up where Rebate's system will text message the shopper a certain number of days later any message that you want. So most sellers use this as an opportunity to invite them to leave a review. So you can say something like this that I wrote for a product before. Hey, thanks for trying the Zen on Rebate. Everything good? If so, may I ask you to post a review on Amazon? It would be much appreciated. Riley, founder. And then click to review. Pro tip, Amazon.com/RYP goes straight to the rate your purchases page. And yes, we do have a first month free link for Rebate. They have different monthly fee packages depending on how many rebates you're doing. Also, the cool thing about Rebate is you can do influencer campaigns. We use the Amazon Live. So just go to Amazon Live, click next step, click the category that the product is in, and it's going to show you a list of Amazon Live influencers with their rate. Boom, you can click, enter the product URL, enter the social media promo code, Amazon coupon code optionally. Boom, boom, done, submit. We've done this for many, many clients, and I do recommend getting your product at least in the hands of 1 to 2 Amazon Live influencers. Really cool. You can also do sweepstakes on here. So that's Rebate. In my opinion, I think these sort of deal sites are like the easiest way to drive outside traffic. Cost effective, super easy to do, and it gets good results. And of course, doesn't take you that much time to do. All right, so let's move on to micro influencers. I think this is the second best way to drive outside traffic and the second most common way that we do it. In the past, what I used to do for my products is pay a VA to go reach out to people in Facebook groups, Instagram, and look through micro influencer directories, send them a list, make a huge spreadsheet until I found stackinfluence.com. I've been looking for a site like this. It's basically a done for you micro influencer campaign platform, and it's not that expensive. Never lift a finger with managed campaigns. So all you got to do is click sign up. I'm not going to go through it in this video, but you just click sign up, put in all your product information, and they connect your product to 50 influencers. You don't have to do anything. And the cost is very, very relatively good. It's only about $40 per influencer. And there's a minimum of 50 influencers per campaign. So 40 times 50, it's about 2K. And the campaign lasts 2 months. And so basically what you get is you get 50 people posting an Instagram photo or video, and they tag your brand. Another thing that makes it super easy is creators will order directly from Amazon, so it makes it really easy for you. You don't need to ship them individual orders. For that reason, you will pay this platform upfront to cover the product cost, the rebate cost, which they will distribute to the posters. So again, I'm not sponsored or anything with this website. It's just the best and easiest micro influencer done for you platform that I've seen that specializes in e-commerce launches, Amazon launches. If you've seen another one that's just like this or better, feel free to share it with everyone in the comments. Some other micro influencer platforms are Referazon. This is a directory. It's $20 a month, and it's a list of Amazon influencers and Amazon Live influencers. So you just pay for the software and you go through and you contact them and negotiate with them yourself. Or they also do have an express option where they go and build the relationships, find the influencers for you. I think it's like $1,000 a month. But of course that does not include all the influencer fees. You still have to negotiate the price with the influencer. So that's what I like about Stack Influence. It's like it's so much time going back and forth with 50 different people on what's going to be your price, the timeline, the deliverables. And anyway, that's why I prefer these done for you sites. Okay, another noteworthy one is TikTok Creator Marketplace. This is relatively new in the past couple of years. creatormarketplace.tiktok.com. Sign up for free. It's free to use. Here's the home page. So basically it's a directory. You log in and this is inside of my account. You can filter by location, category, follower, gender, age, average views, engagement rate, and you just scroll through this huge list of creators and you can save them to your shortlist and you can send them a DM, boom, right there. And it also has their average video price listed right there on your profile, so you can filter by the budget. And so getting your product in the hands of TikTok creators is something I recommend to every brand. If you have the budget for it, I would say get your product in the hands of 20 to 30 TikTok creators as soon as you can. Actually, no matter if it's an e-commerce product, Amazon, just any business, just get on TikTok. If just by watching this you create your TikTok account, that's a big win. So this is, as of right now, just a do-it-yourself thing. So just scroll through, have your team go through, and our agency is starting to offer this for clients. Basically, we'll go through here, line you up with influencers that are within your budget and that are a good fit for your product. And then of course, there's the logistical steps after this, like you gotta pay them, agree on a price, and ship them the product. So it does take a little bit of DMing back and forth, but if you got team to do that, then yeah, it's definitely a good option. I recommend it. All right, so next section is sharing with your fans and following. So I call this your social media following list, followers that you already have, and your email list, subscribers that you already have. In short, just let them know you're launching on Amazon. Hey guys, we just launched this product on Amazon. Everyone go get it. So for example, on social media, do a post on all your platforms. Let them know, hey guys, we just launched this product on Amazon. You can share like a 50% off discount code with them. Let them know, guys, it expires in 24 hours. It's the first 20 people only. Create some urgency. Same idea with your email list. Hey guys, just launched on Amazon. Here's a 50% off code. Only for the first 50 people, expires in 24 hours. Don't wait, go get it right now. You can also add something as a bonus at the end to these posts, like tag us on your Instagram using the photo at your brand, and we will choose 3 people to win some prize, like $100 Amazon gift card. So that way, not only are you getting traffic to your Amazon page, which will boost ranking, that's goal number 1, you will get some UGC, goal number 2. Nice thing about Instagram is after they tag you on your story, you can reply to that DM, make sure everything is good. Your customer service person, after they say they're happy, can invite them nicely to leave a review on Amazon. Ideally, a 5-paragraph love letter review and or a detailed video review. See my other video on reviews in this playlist. So with the email list, if you have a huge email list, you will want to segment it to only send it to a segment of people every single day, because we don't want to send 10,000 people on one day to your Amazon listing and then none for the rest of the month. Send a steady drip every day, like for the first 30 days of launch, 60 days of launch, depend how big your list is. Same thing with social media. I would post like a story or a post like every few days for the first like 30 days to make sure you're steady sending traffic to that new Amazon listing, so it's not just one big spike. If you do send an email, I would send one initial broadcast and then 20 hours later, I would send a reminder. By the way, there's still a few more spots left. Here's the coupon code, expires in 4 hours. Okay, next, sweepstakes or contest. This goes hand in hand with social media broadcasting, email broadcasting. Optionally, you can set this whole thing up inside of a sweepstakes / contest. Instead of driving everyone to the Amazon listing directly to buy, you can say, hey, we're launching this new awesome product. Go to this landing page, enter your email address, and X number of people will win this X prize. Everyone that enters will receive a coupon code on day of launch. Or if it's already launched, everyone that enters that doesn't win will also receive a coupon code. So there are websites that have these landing page viral marketing sweepstakes platforms for e-commerce and marketing. One such one that I've used before is UpViral. So you could post on your Instagram even before launch, build up the hype, doing this big giveaway for launch. And the cool thing about these platforms is it will give them additional entries if they share on Facebook, share on Twitter, share on LinkedIn, etc., etc., etc. Hence the viral marketing software. Again, not sponsored or affiliated, just something that I think is cool and that I've used before. All right, can't talk about driving outside traffic without Facebook and Instagram ads / social media ads. This has been popular through the years, most notably Facebook ads to a ManyChat landing page, which captures the email address, which drives the traffic to Amazon and then gives them a rebate or a coupon code. So the real benefits of social media ads, I tell sellers, is if you're looking to build your email list, this is a great way to do that. You can combine this as well with the sweepstakes / contest that I just mentioned. So if you're really looking to build a big brand, big line of related products, definitely consider paid social media ads. Personally, I would do some sort of viral sweepstakes mixed in to build your initial email list, and then have some sort of photo or video contest built into that as well, so you can get your initial batch of user generated content as soon as possible. So when you're driving your Facebook and Instagram ad, typically it will be offering some sort of launch discount, get 80% off, 90% off, 99% off, today only. User will click, they'll stop scrolling, they'll say, whoa, I need to get that right now. They'll come to some sort of landing page. It could be ManyChat, chat flow, which I built before. I've built out a whole one if you're interested in that. Or it could be an UpViral sweepstakes landing page where they put in their email address to get the coupon. Oh, if you want to enter this contest, this sweepstakes as well to win XYZ, you can share it on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. And then the customer is either given an Amazon coupon code that expires in 24 hours where they go purchase right now, or they are given a rebate after the fact. And there are some softwares that can automate this process. I know Seller Tools is one. But overall, what I tell sellers is if you have the budget, if you're trying to build your email list, and if you have the time to do this, definitely consider it. If you're looking for the quickest and easiest, most cost-effective, most bang for your buck, just listing on rebate sites and micro-influencer kind of platforms that are done for you is much easier. You're not going to build your email list those ways, but it depends what your values are if you consider building your email list a super valuable asset in your business. All right, some bonus tips and tricks. You can, on your Shopify website, add a buy on Amazon button. So if you're getting any steady trickle of traffic to your website, put that button on your new product for the first 3 months, 6 months. That will steady drive some traffic to your new Amazon listing, which will thus boost the conversion rate, ranking, and thus sales for your Amazon listing. After you're satisfied with your Amazon number of reviews, rating, then you can switch it back to checkout on your website. Also, tip, remember, arrange this whole campaign like a month before you're in stock and ready to go live. You want to do this because on ideally day 1 that your product is live, the offer start date, you can now activate the campaign, blast the emails, blast the ads. And so everyone is coming all of a sudden. That way you can start building the ranking juice right when the honeymoon period time ticker starts. So you don't want to activate a listing and having it sit there. And we've noticed this can make a big difference. So line up your reviewers, line up your driving your outside traffic, make sure your listing is dialed in, make sure you set the sale price, and make sure you're doing smart Amazon ads. That was actually all 5 steps of the 5-step launch playbook. If you're seeing this one off, I have a playlist on YouTube with all of those 5 steps. You can go watch that right now. If you find this valuable, share this with another Amazon seller that might find it useful. And if you watched this far, you probably liked it. Do leave a like and leave a comment. Let me know you would like me to add to the written guide. I can go ahead and do that, and let me know what your favorite part was. Any tips and tricks, leave a comment for the YouTube ranking algorithm. Much appreciated. Thank you guys, and see ya. Boom. Amazon PPC campaign setup for new product launch. Ryan Logan, head PPC nerd, will go over his exact steps and thought process for setting up initial campaigns. I hope you find it helpful. Enjoy.
Fixed bids is actually the way to go during a product launch. You have to be very careful. You are looking at this as impression-based marketing, not necessarily like optimized cost per click marketing. For a broad campaign, 35 to about a 50% top of search bid. That's where I would kind of hang out for a newly launched product. I give it a name, I give it my budget.
All right, and welcome to this training / tutorial. Ryan, off to you. Take me through it.
Yeah, so the very first thing that I actually go through and do is what I call a PPC audit. In fact, I think many people actually call it that. I do a little bit more in depth than a lot of others in the way that I want to make sure that the listing is also in alignment with what I'm doing with my PPC. And we went over this in another video where we actually go through how to do the keyword research, and then also making sure that the listing has that data as well as far as in the SEO. With that being done, then comes the next step of actually launching the PPC. If a product is brand newly launched, the biggest thing that it needs impressions. And Amazon's algorithm is sometimes not trained to actually just immediately out the door give a newly launched product impressions. So over in Seller Central, go under advertising and click on Campaign Manager. And in Campaign Manager, so over here it says create campaign. You're going to click on that. Now there's 3 different types. There's sponsored product campaigns, sponsored brand campaigns, and sponsored display campaigns. You can actually scroll through and Amazon will actually show you here highlighted what these actually are. Right now, we're mainly just going to use the sponsored product. These are all related to search terms, and we want to actually try and focus our efforts on staying up here. Okay, so we want to actually get on the top of search. That's where we want to be. So do that. We come in and we hit continue. Select the product that we are going to be advertising, and so you can click here. You can click add all variations and they'll all pop up. The other option is you can enter a list. So we're going to stick with just this 4-pack. Now, this is one thing that not very many people really understand about how Amazon works. But as explained to you over here, the listing SEO and the browse nodes actually builds a relevancy. Okay, and depending on how that is, the automatic campaign, its whole thing is that it actually pulls from that relevancy that your product has already. So whatever you put in the generic search terms and whatever you put in the category, that's where the automatic campaign actually starts. Now there are different targeting groups. You can just set a default bid, and you can change that however you want, or you can set the bids by targeting group. Now there are 4 different types. Okay, so close match obviously is going to be close match. It's going to be very, very similar to your products. Loose match is going to be a little bit of a broad term. Okay, and it gives examples here. Bed sheets, bath sheets, and bath towels are all different from cotton sheets, but they're similar enough that they're a loose term. Okay, substitutes are going to be, they're going to show on detailed pages that include like 300 count cotton sheets and queen 400 count sheets, that type of thing. So it's actually products that would replace yours, or you would replace the opportunity of those products. And so it'll show up on the actual product page. And complements are going to be kind of a loose match version of that as well, where it will go for queen comforter and feather pillows instead of just the 400 count sheets
that you might buy with that as well.
Exactly. And so it offers a recommended or suggested bid, and you can of course do that, or you can do above or below. Where this actually matters as far as the bid, there's actually a secondary part to this. And that is going to be what you're going to do as your bidding strategy. Now, almost all automatic campaigns start off with what's called a dynamic up and down. So there are 3 different controls, well, 4 really, that Amazon actually gives you. Okay, so you have dynamic bids down only, dynamic bids up and down, you have fixed bids. And those are the strategies that you're allowed to do on sponsored product campaigns. So we'll explain what this means. Dynamic bids down only. If we have $1 cost per click, we can set it at that, and the next competitor that if there's another competitor that their cost per click is 85 cents. Even though we bid $1, we actually win the bidding war, and our cost per click won't come out to being $1. It would actually come literally with just 1 cent above the next closest competitor. Okay. Mm-hmm. So instead of being 85 cents, it would be 86 cents. And that's what we would actually do for that. Okay. Now, the trick to dynamic bids down only is that this works really well when you have a lot of relevancy and when you are building a lot of traction for yourself and you're actually trying to more optimize than anything. So the reason why dynamic bids up and down is usually the automatic enrollment, so to speak, it's automatically clicked by Amazon, is because they can actually raise your bids up or down. So with dynamic down, Amazon in real time is only allowed to lower your cost per click if they feel that you are less likely to convert to a sale. So that's where the dynamic bids down only works, is that if Amazon is going to change something, they're only allowed to move it down if they feel that it's less likely to convert to a sale. And dynamic bids up and down is that they can actually lower it in real time or raise it in real time by up to 100% either way.
You're going to get more impressions, more clicks with up and down.
Yes. You're also going to get a lot higher cost per click, but that's okay if you're already pretty well honed in on a lot of your search terms in your SEO. The last one is called fixed bids. So these fixed bids, you literally just put in the bid and Amazon says, this is your bid. Of course, they have the rule where if I bid $1 and the next closest competitor is still 85 cents, my cost per click is only going to be 86 cents instead of the 85. So it'll be 1 cent above the closest competitor. However, Amazon is not allowed to lessen your bid amount as far as fluctuating or raise it above any other parameters that you set. Okay. So dynamic bids down only, dynamic bids up and down, and fixed bids. Those are the 3 different campaign bidding strategies that you're allowed to do. Now, involved with each of these strategies, you can use what are basically commonly referred to as multipliers. So if I have a dynamic bids down only, you can click down right here, and there is top of search. And so top of search is going to be up here. You can bid in order to actually try and get these top of search placements right here, where someone who comes in, they type in the search term and you pop up right there. Now, those are almost always going to be more expensive. For like an automatic campaign, as an example, because I'm okay with usually keeping it on dynamic bids up and down, I will usually do a lower term here, because if Amazon believes that my product is likely to convert, they can increase my cost per click by 100% plus whatever percent is here. They will add that on top of it. So if I've got $1, they can actually increase my cost per click bid up to $2 if they believe that I deserve to win that opportunity. And if I want the top of search on that, then if I put 100% in here, it's going to do it all over again. I can actually increase my cost per click bid up to $4, right? See how that works? So in essence, you want to be very careful when you have dynamic bids up and down. You really want to be careful with what you're doing for the top of search or these multipliers, because it can really add up really, really, really fast. And if you have a low budget that you're willing to spend, 3 or 4 clicks, it's already gone. So if we do dynamic bids up and down, I would probably put this at, I usually start anywhere between 20 to 35%. We'll just say 20% for a top of search. And then over here, coming back up to these different targeting types, I'm okay with leaving these as they are. They're pretty low cost per click, so I'm okay with that, because realistically, Amazon can double that. So it can be up to easily 80 cents plus another 20% on top of that. And then you give it a campaign name. What I'll do is I'll do the ASIN, the campaign type, and then if there are specific keywords or strategies that I want to highlight, I'll put that in there as well. It's just, this is only for organization, that's it. Then you decide on the amount of budget that you want. Now, when you first start, it does say most advertisers start with a daily budget of at least $10. This fluctuates based on how aggressive your cost per click is. So in some categories, if I get really aggressive and actually come in here and I say, hey, we'll see if it'll actually do it. If we do a $2 cost per click bid, in some categories, they'll actually adjust that and they'll actually say, hey, we recommend that you actually move it up to $100. So you don't always
Yeah.
have to follow those recommendations. Just always know that you can stick with what makes sense. One of the best strategies that can happen is to try and find the floors and the ceilings. What is the minimum cost per click that I need to do to get just one impression, and what's the maximum cost per click that I really need to do that is going to kind of cap out that, and then finding a good kind of within that range.
Like $20 is a place just to start gathering data, and then you
Yeah.
adjust later.
Yeah, so $20, you have to realize that you could potentially go through, if I'm doing a $2 cost per click, like what I did on my close match, okay? If I'm doing a $2 cost per click, that's really only 10 clicks here.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Right? It's nothing, right? Now in the long haul, if we're doing $20 a day, it adds up over the course of the month. So be aware that what your daily budget is. It doesn't mean that Amazon is going to max out that, only if the opportunity exists and your conversions are there. Because a lot of these campaigns, these bidding strategies will optimize towards your click-through rate and your conversion rate. Those are the two big factors that deal with your product in these campaigns. So that Amazon wants to know if we funnel traffic to you, are people interested in it? If they're interested in it, are they buying it? Right? And so those are the two big factors that Amazon's algorithm is actually looking for in relation to this. So just because you start off with $20, you may not actually get it if you're too low of a cost per click, and if you're too high, then you might actually blow through your
Run
budget
out
really
very
fast.
in a matter of hours. Yeah. If
Yep.
it's like typically $50 a day or $100 a day is actually normally where we will start. The more competitive the keyword, the more you're going to need to pay for the clicks, hence higher your daily budget is going to need to have the ads on all day. And this also, you need to take into consideration how aggressive do you want to go, what's your budget, how much inventory you have, right? And so how aggressive you want to go. But if you don't know anything else and you're on a relatively small budget, $20. Otherwise, I would say $50 a day, Ryan, wouldn't you say? Because you're just going to gather data faster there.
Yep.
And if it doesn't
Yep.
run out, it doesn't run out.
Yep. The big thing with automatic campaigns, and this is my own perspective on this, they're good for if you haven't done your keyword research. If you have already done your keyword research, they are still good to have, but you don't have to funnel as much budget to it. If I haven't done any keyword research and I just come in and I start an automatic campaign and I want Amazon to just take what's in the back end of my listing and I want it to take its relevancy and just try and run with it and see what it can find me, that's what it's for. I would probably put more of a budget towards it. However, if I've already done my keyword research and I go, if I only have $50 a day, I would probably only put like $5 or maybe $10 here, because I've already done the keyword research and I already know where I'd rather have it
Right.
go.
This is the automatic campaign. Okay, right. Yeah. For
Yeah.
the $50 total with clients we're talking about, yeah, typically they're starting across all your campaigns for that one product, about 50
Right.
total. Okay, so you put more weight
Right.
behind the manual, which we'll get into.
Right. And that comes down to the next part of what we're doing. And this is where it can get a little more complex and where organization really does matter. Okay. So if you wanted to launch that campaign, by the way, you would hit launch campaign, it would have started. Okay. Now, if we revert back and start up here, after you put in the product, if we reset this, we add in the product that we want to advertise. Instead of this automatic targeting, we can choose manual targeting. And this is where we actually get to tell Amazon, these are the keywords we want to go after. You'll notice that it has automatic targeting, right? Because it normally sets up here with the default bid. It goes from automatic targeting to manual targeting. Now, under the keywords, you're going to have three different options. You're going to have broad, phrase, and exact. In the sequence of what a broad or a phrase or an exact phrase is, there is a little bit of overlap between all of these, okay? But they're funneled pretty well. A broad, this is a perfect example. So phone card holder, if we use this, a broad phrase on this could actually change this variation at any place that it wanted to. Instead of saying phone card holder, it could actually send or have your ad pop up if somebody types in holder card for phone, or card holder for a phone. Any type of variation
Yeah.
of those, even if it's long tail and it's like a phone holder that will also hold my cards, if that's what they actually type in because they have no idea what they're
Yeah.
looking for, that they saw someone have it and there's like, oh, what's the, and they just type in this big long tail opportunity.
Yeah. In a broad sense,
It can
phone
still
card
show up.
holder. In a broad sense, anything that someone types in
Yep.
related to that with those
Yep.
words in any
with
way.
those words in it or any variation. Okay, so
Yeah.
phrase match is going to be that exact sequence. Okay,
That
so
exact
it'll show up with phone card holder. That is the sequence of term. Phone card holder for my phone. As long as it says phone card holder in that exact sequence, then it
Yeah.
can also go after the rest of that term. Okay.
Got it.
Now, an exact term is literally that exact thing. Phone card holder. There's no long tail opportunity. There's no add-ons before or after it. Okay. So it is exactly phone card holder. Now, it is easier sometimes to manipulate your cost per click depending on what you're going after. Now, in most categories, this one's actually really interesting to me. The exact term here actually has a middle recommended bid by Amazon. That's very surprising to me. A lot of times the exact term is the most expensive because it has the most buying intent. Okay.
Yeah.
And so the phrase match actually has one of the lowest, and the broad actually has the highest. So that's a little bit strange to me. I usually kind of bypass these. I'll take these recommendations into consideration, but usually I know the type of strategies that I'm going to go after. And so I will actually create different campaigns. And so I'm going to come over here and actually show this. So over here, when I first start something, it's like there's an automatic campaign, and then there's a broad campaign or an exact pool campaign that will also add on, and also probably a phrase match campaign. I'll actually add a phrase match campaign in there as well. So the reason that I do this, that I've already done my keyword research and I know what the root search term is or the broad opportunity that I want. I already know the phrases that I think I'm going to want and that my product should be relevant for. And I also have the exact terms that I know my product is relevant for, and they all build on themselves. And so that is what I'll be doing, is that I'll come in here and you can use these recommended search terms as well. If you haven't done your keyword research, this recommended still comes up under the category, your past purchase history, and then also your backend SEO, the relevancy, right, that we already talked about. And so if I'm going to start off with a broad campaign, if I come in here under broad, and I can enter my list of keywords, copy and paste, boom, they all show up. I mean, as an example, if we just take this as an example, if we had an entire list, you can put them all in, and then you can do the suggested bid, custom bid, or default bid. And so the default bid for this campaign is something that, like, it can always show up as that, or you can just do a custom. I'll probably do point. If this is a broad, I probably would do this actually 48 wasn't bad. I would actually probably do it as the 48. Then I would add those keywords, and it shows up here because I don't want all of my money to be spent on broad. I'd rather have it be spent further down that funnel, either in the phrase or the exact. I can come in here and put negative search terms that I know I don't want it to go after, which if we've done our keyword research, we know that maybe there's specific products or brands that we absolutely
I would
not
put
want in there.
a Pop Wallet in there.
Yep, that's right. Pop Wallet is one of yours.
One word spelling, Pop Wallet.
So other things that actually pop up that we know we don't want it to, and we can put the negative phrase so that if at any time, if Pop Wallet is in there at all, remember how we talked about sequences, so the Pop Wallet phrase, if that is ever in there at all, it will not show up. Or you could even do it as exact, where it's just that exact term.
Do you put a lot of competitor brand names in here or product names?
Yeah, so I tend to do that a lot more. Either that or terms that I know are not where I want it to show up. I am going to negative phrase this in my first round of advertising, because I'm okay if it shows up as maybe broader opportunity in the automatic campaign, but I'm not going to target with search terms because I'd rather have my ad spend be exactly where it's supposed to be. I want to build the direct relevancy for that product.
And especially during launch, your reviews are going to be low. So your conversion rate is not going to be the best at beginning. So you want to be only go for the bread and butter, very target one. So I would put leather. I would put Apple, because it's not a leather wallet. It's not Apple's. Now they may see the sticky wallet, even if they're searching the Apple wallet and be like, oh, well, this is actually kind of cool. Actually, let's go with that. But that's way much unlikely. We can test that later. So yeah.
Yep, absolutely. Now, some of the things, so Amazon always has like this recommended bid, it's the 78 cents. Right now it's on dynamic up and down is what the bidding strategy was on, right? So if we actually change this to like fixed bids as an example, notice how the recommended bid actually changes. So that's because Amazon is not able to change it in real time. And so they say, well, we recommend you should probably do a higher bid so that you can actually get impressions. Or if you click dynamic bids down only, it's going to change. Actually, that one's going to stay about the same as what it looks like. So for me, a lot of times I will actually start out, if it's a newly launched product, I will never really do dynamic up and down. I will either do fixed bids or dynamic bids down only. If I am very certain that my product will have a good conversion rate and I'm okay to kind of do the dynamic bids down only, I will if I'm trying to save money. If I am like, hey, I just need as many impressions and eyeballs as I possibly can, fixed bids is actually the way to go during a product launch. You have to be very careful because it is hard to optimize this. You are looking at this as impression-based marketing, not necessarily like optimized cost per click marketing. So for a broad campaign, I'm going to look at around anywhere between like a 35 to about a 50% top of search bid. And those are going to either dynamic down or fixed bids. That's where I would kind of hang out for a newly launched product. I give it a name, I give it my budget, right?
Yeah.
10.
So to keep the big picture for launch, where, as you said, focused on impressions. So for launch, you're not really focused on optimized cost per click. The goal for launch is get your product as much sales as fast as possible, which means as many impressions.
Yep.
And impressions mean clicks. So
Yep.
you want to get your product in as many people's hands and homes as you possibly can during the first month. And that goes into all of our videos about launch. You're not worried about profit now. You're worried about driving sales velocity, and that's going to bump up your organic ranking, which is going to start to get you organic sales. So that's painting the whole picture here. We're focused on sales, not profit. So that's why the more aggressive budget you can go, the faster you're going to start to rank. And this is the honeymoon period where it's easier to rank because your product is new. So this is PPC for launch. Of course, it depends on your own budget. That's something we help clients figure out. But yeah, your budget depends on your budget, how aggressive you want to go for the launch.
Yep, absolutely. Then would come the phrase match campaign under keyword targeting. All things are the same. We would add the product. We would click on manual targeting, keyword targeting. And over here, instead of broad, we would actually click phrase. In essence, we just take all these and we say, hey, we're going to put all of these in here with our custom bid. We choose, it normally is under suggested bid. And if you do click suggested bid, it'll just pop up with all those as suggested bids. And so you'll see how those are pretty high. You can obviously remove them all or individually. I would do a custom bid, 48 cents. If based on whatever I did the broad campaign, I'm going to go up a little bit as far as my cost per click. So 48 cents was what I did for the broad. I would probably come in here at about 65 cents. I would want it to be a certain amount above what I was doing the other one because I would rather have most of my cost per click going to the phrase match and the exact match.
More exact, more highly converting.
Yep. I put in those same negative phrases or negative exacts that I want, that I don't want to have show up in my campaigns at all. Dynamic bids down only or fixed bids, I'd make that choice. And then for my top of search bid, I would probably do anywhere around like 75 to probably like 90, well, anywhere between like 65 and probably 95, anywhere within that range as far as top of search. And then I would go back and I would do the exact same thing. So I'd hit launch campaign, put the name in there.
Campaign, okay, so you're doing a broad, a phrase, and an exact.
Yep. So that my broad campaign would be created and my phrase campaign would be created. And then I'd start over. I create another campaign, come in here with the lifestyle design. So I'd click on the product, manual, keyword targeting, and then change this from suggested bid to a custom bid and click on the exact, and I'd get my search terms in there, and I would probably put these ones up to about 85 cents in this situation. And of course, this is all relevant to your category, right? So what are the recommended cost per click within that category, the floors and the ceilings? I'd add those in. And this is where I feel like it gets really good. Again, dynamic bids down only or fixed bids, depending on whatever my strategy is. Do I want more eyeballs? Or do I want a kind of converting search terms?
Fixed bids is going to be the more aggressive way to get more eyeballs.
Yes. Yeah. Because Amazon, especially for a newly launched product, you don't have any relevancy. Or so you have your relevancy score or whatever, you have your search terms there, but you don't have any conversion history. And so because both of these strategies are actually based on how likely they are to convert to a sale, that is the if, right? If we talk about if then rules, if Amazon believes that your product is more likely to convert or less likely,
AKA if it has a history of higher conversion rate than the other competitor bidding similar to you.
Yes,
then it will show you over them, because Amazon wants the customer to buy. That's how Amazon makes money.
Correct. Yep. And so that's the if. This one, there is no if. That's why there's more. That's why you get more.
So you're kind of, at the end of the day, in general, you're going to be bidding higher than competitors, which that's what you got to do at launch. You got to pay Amazon. I'm new. I'm willing to pay you more to show my product. Hey, can I pay you to show my product? That's what we're doing. So you're going to have to pay more for launch. Long term, it's a whole nother game, a game of optimizing that price down to the sweet spot. And that's for long-term optimization. But for this, we are just trying to, again, get as many sales as possible.
Yeah. Our big thing is that we are huge testers. And so we'll test out things over time. And about a year ago, I started experimenting more with the fixed bids and seeing how has that been going. And I've had better success, in my opinion, with fixed bids during launch than I have with dynamic down for the same reason. Now, it's also why I will actually have a phase 2 of advertising. After several months of using fixed bids to just get as many impressions, Amazon works on 180-day sales history and sales velocity, right? And so if I have several months under my belt and I have enough data that Amazon is like, wow, I know the type of person who buys your product. I know how often you should be at the top of search. I know these other things. I can actually go back in and I can either create new campaigns and I'll create the new campaigns with the dynamic bids down only, because at that point I can usually get it for a lower cost per click than with my fixed bids, and it's a little bit better.
Amazon knows that you're gonna convert more than a lot of other competitors.
Correct.
Amazon's like, okay, we'll let you pay less because we know you're gonna get the sale for us.
Right. Absolutely. Now, going back to what I do in regards to the exact campaign, I very rarely will have a top of search that is less than 100%. And my reason for that, I want that term. I absolutely want that term, and I want the exact one to show up for it. Because in the end, if I've already done my keyword research, I already know that this is the exact term that I want to be converting on for either ranking or for sales, right? And so I'm willing to pay to actually be up there. Plus, it builds my relevancy score. If someone types in phone wallet from my phone wallet, I want to be there.
So stick on phone wallet spandex. That is exactly our product. That's exactly who's looking for us. We're willing to pay 100% or even more to be at the top of search, especially during launch. Hey, we're exactly that. Broader would be stick on phone wallet, which that is what makes the sticky wallet the most money, because that's the term that has the highest search volume every day. That is the most relevant. So I call that the bread and butter keyword. That's what's making us the most money. The keyword stick on phone wallet.
Yep.
So
absolutely. And what's funny is that with yours, we do have the exact match in there, but we tend to be more aggressive with that phrase match because there's a slight variation that everyone types in, because the product, which is funny to me, they don't know exactly what they're looking for with your product, right? Then they know it's not magnetic, and so they're like a stick-on phone wallet for the iPhone, stick-on phone wallet for my Android. And so by sometimes just targeting stick-on phone wallet as a phrase, we get the before and after opportunity And so your phrase match there tends to get way better impressions at a little bit lower cost per click, and does actually convert really well too. So anyways, after this, I've created those campaigns. We launched those campaigns. They're now in the campaign manager. You can actually create also product targeting ads. And so if we add this in, kind of go through that same process, we click on manual, they have an opportunity where you can do product targeting. Can target it in two different ways. So it can show up as products related to this item. That's where this is. And there's 58 different pages of that. 4 stars and above, it's kind of sponsored as well. So it kind of shows up there. There's not a whole lot of control over product targeting aside from putting in the ASIN. And so in here, you have categories or individual products. So the categories is cell phone accessories. My opinion, that's super broad. You can refine that if you want to. You can do specific brands. You can do different review ratios, a price range between a certain amount, prime eligible, not, etc. It'll give you the estimated amount of products that are within that search that you're looking for. As an example, I've done this with some people where like our product actually had like a 5-star rating, but a good portion of the competitors actually had like a 3-star. And so we would specifically target 3-star and below, not even waste our spend on 4 and 5 stars, because we wanted people to be like, wow, these people have way better reviews. Let's do that. And that was actually a successful campaign. But a lot of times, in my opinion, if your category is too broad, such as cell phone accessories, you have to be really careful that you don't just blow through ad spend on something like that. So usually what I'll do is I'll just come in with individual products, and I will have a preset ASINs downloaded already that I want to target. And you have to be very careful. They now have this exact or expanded. And so an expanded is basically a broad version of product targeting. So if I add in this product right here for 47 cents, it's expanded. It's actually going to target not just this specific ASIN, but any ASIN that is also considered similar to this. So Amazon keeps track of similar to advertised products. That's actually like an actual match that they have in some of their sponsored display campaigns and those other things. So this is that same thing. So it's an expanded. It's similar to the advertised product of our ASIN, right? Or similar to this specific ASIN as it is. Okay, so if we put in this ASIN, it's expanded on this ASIN. And so we can click on those, or we can do, instead of an expanded, we can do an exact and say, hey, if we notice that we perform really well for this ASIN, and for some reason we get, a pretty good return on this, then yeah, I will absolutely put it in as an exact so that it doesn't try and broaden out the opportunity on different products. Then dynamic bids like, down or fixed bid.
And that's going to show on their detail page under that similar items.
Yep, right here.
Anywhere else in the search results, or it's just showing on this detail page?
It does. So it dominantly shows on the listing. Now, just as with other things, there is a multiplier. So it naturally is going to show up on the product detail pages. You should never have to put in product detail pages. However, if you're going to do like an exact attack on a specific ASIN, you can, if you want to, say, hey, whatever this competitor shows up on, I want to hit that top of search. And you can put, if you want, 100% cost per click increase.
So these are for customers not necessarily searching their brand name.
Any keyword that this competitor is targeting that there is relevant for them, I want to be at the top of search, or I want to be on that listing.
Organically or sponsored, I want to be right there.
Yep. I don't want to say it's a lazy form of advertising, but it kind of is, because you're like, I don't really want to do the work, and you throw it on there and say, hey, if the competitor's done the work and I convert pretty well against them, then you can do it. I've had it work before, but generally it's not as clean as you'd want it to be, because like I said, most of it actually shows up on the product pages naturally anyway, so you hardly ever have to do this. Eventually over time they'll test that out. Now, my best practice for myself is that I usually do, anytime I do sponsored products that are product targeting, I use a fixed bid. Okay, I don't think it's necessary to do dynamic bids down only. These are mostly impression type based anyways. I'm happy to argue with anyone on this, but realistically, the amount of sales that are made from here is pretty low, because like they have 58 different pages that they can sort through. And so it's it's a good opportunity. And if you start getting traction there, great. You can find a good competitor. You can go a little more aggressively after them. You can actually, instead of just being in the product lineup, then take that same ASIN and put it in as a competitor for sponsored display. And then you're showing up here instead of just in the gallery.
Right. So this product targeting can be maybe a little bit of a test to say, okay, we're getting some sales for people checking out this product. Now let's go full force, put it as a display right underneath their freaking buy now button.
Right.
Yeah. And this in general, I would think if you're coming into the game with a new rowing machine and you're better than one of the top guys, you're better and you can steal customers, then that's when you would look into this.
Absolutely. That's pretty much the how-to as far as how to start the campaigns. Now, one of the other videos that we are going to create for you is actually the different strategies specifically for either launched campaigns. We'll actually go over what type of bidding strategies we're going to do, what recommended top of search, and then there are some things that are going to be dynamically up to you, okay? And that's going to be, what is your cost per click bid? What kind of range you're going to do for the multipliers? I think overall bird's eye view,
That's the setup. That'll get you
that's the
started
setup.
out of the gate, getting some sales for your brand new product that you just launched. As Ryan mentioned, make sure you have your listing is retail ready. Normally our best practice is make sure you have 1 or 2 reviews, because with 0 reviews, sometimes the conversion rate's just not going to be great. Of course, you can see our videos about launch and pre-launch, preparing the listing for launch. Those will be in other videos. So hopefully it was helpful.